campers. Welcome to next episode of Is This a Twin Flame or Is This a Karmic Connection, Karmic Catalyst? So these episodes, the next two episodes, will be a final episode, sort of a summary, right? So if you have watched the whole series, and if you haven't, you can go to my YouTube. All the episodes are there, or you can go to my TikTok page and all the episodes are there. If you watch the episodes, if you sat with all the episodes, so every episode broke down a characteristic of twin flame connection that is often misunderstood by people, to really help you to understand, am I really in this connection? Is this really it? Or this is a karmic catalyst? So today we're going to talk about, okay, I've realized I'm in a karmic connection. It's not my twin flame. So what? Now what? What do I do with this information, right? So if you went through all the, I think it was 10 episodes, and every time you were like, no, it's not it. That's not something that I'm going through. I didn't understand, this characteristic correctly, properly. I was a little bit in confusion, maybe a little bit in denial, right? What do I do with this information? Because if you are connected to someone and you thought that this was a twin flame, it obviously means that it's an intense connection. It's something that you cannot let go of, you cannot move from. You also cannot build a tangible relationship with this person that you're connected to. So what do I do with this? So I'm going to give you a couple of tips and tools that you can use. So first, you need to understand that every connection that comes to our life comes to teach us a lesson, right? So if you are connected to someone that you thought was your twin flame, but it's not, it's a karmic connection, it came to your life for a reason, to teach you a very important and very valuable lesson. Karmic catalysts that are so intense that oftentimes we confuse them with twin flames, they carry a very powerful lesson, and oftentimes they come in a pivotal moment of our lives to teach us something, to show us something, right? So what you need to do right now is to accept that karmic relationship is something that we can release. And there is something within you, some sort of a shadow, some sort of a trauma that was pushing you to a denial to think that this person is the other half of your soul, where in reality, such a, spiritual and rare connection as twin flames, why were you pushed to think that it was it? What shadow within you thought that it was actually a good thing, right? And you need to realize that every karmic relationship can be released, right? Every karmic relationship can be released. Every soul relationship can be released as well. All you need to do is to learn your lesson. And I've done so much content about this. You can go to my YouTube and find all these videos where I break down, the karma exists on a level of a person, on a level of a lesson. That once we learn that lesson, we close it out, right? So on a generic level, what you need to do to really release, to close this chapter, is to accept that this is a karmic relationship and really analyze this relationship in order to see what are the lessons. When did this relationship appear in my life? What were the circumstances? What was happening? What did it give to me? What is it providing to me now? Why was I in denial, right? And to give you a couple of tools, couple of things, if you feel that it's something that you struggle to do on your own, but it's really painful, so you would like to close this out. First thing, obviously, that you can do is you can book a session with someone who's a specialist. Like myself, I'm a shadow worker. I specialize in soul connections and soul ties. So if you book a psychic reading, you can do this through my website. Link is in my bio and on screen as well. You can book a session, and we will really dive into your individual situation. We will connect energetically to you, to this person. We will channel messages from your guides. We will really unbox what are the lessons, what is it that needs to happen for you to learn and understand and release this person, right? Second thing that you can do, I also have a very powerful attunement available on my website. So if you prefer to work on your own, a lot of people are intimidated by, psychic sessions and one-on-one sessions. So if you prefer to work on your own, you can go to my website. There's an attunement section, and there's a releasing karmic connection attunement. So if you purchase this attunement, you're going to get two things. One will be a video where I really break down the characteristics of karmic connections, types of karmic connections, what can be the possible shadows, woundings that were preventing you from really seeing. So I will sort of, in this video, help you to do this analysis, to really sit down, ask yourself certain questions, right? And you will also get an energy attunement that you will be able to activate within yourself. There's an instruction video in the package as well, so you'll be able to activate that energy attunement to help you to remove the blockages, remove the veil of denial, to really see this connection for what it is, and to sort of connect to your higher self, to your spirit guides, for them to send you signs and synchronicities in to help you understand what is the lesson in this connection. What was the lesson that you needed to learn? And once you learn this lesson, you will be able to release that. So you basically just need to analyze that relationship and really bluntly, honestly with yourself, analyze it and accept the lesson. Because once you accept the lesson, recognize the lesson, you will have the capacity not to repeat it. Learning the lesson, doing the shadow work, is going to be a whole new thing and a different thing. But as a minimum, to release this person, you can acknowledge the lesson. It's a difficult thing to do. Being bluntly honest with yourself, that self-awareness is a base of shadow work, of healing. And very few people have the capacity to do this. This is why I'm also creating a lot of, self-help tools and a lot of content, because most people, here's the thing, you usually think that you are in a twin flame connection because you want to think that, right? And that's why I always say to you guys that if I meet someone who says this to me, yet they don't ask for a session or advice, it's just like a friend or someone randomly saying that, and I know it's not it, because there's a true divine feminine who is part of my mission, is to lead twins and also lead people towards alignment. So I immediately know, I recognize, right, as a psychic medium, I recognize that connection within others, and I know what we're dealing with. But I would never say this without being asked for analysis and advice professionally, because most people, they think that they are in this connection because they want to think that. Denial is something that a lot of people puts on as a mask not to deal with reality. Something in your soul, something in your subconscious is always telling you that it's not it. But oftentimes we want to believe in the lies that we tell ourselves because it's easier. It's easier to think it's my twin flame, but it's a difficult connection, so we're never going to be together, although it's a love of all my life. And it's nonsense. It's not true. Twins are meant to come into union, but it's years of hard work, right? And if you're not willing to accept that, and you want to have this person in the background, then you look for excuses instead of learning the lesson and moving forth in life, you're going to be in denial. So in reality, being honest with yourself, releasing the deception, the self-lies, and being accountable, being, bluntly honest, it will help you to close this relationship. That's all you truly need to do, right? To want to know the truth. But if you need extra support, Like I said, I have a lot of content. I have the attunement. You can also book in a session. So if you're really ready to accept the truth, you have all the tools. So it's just a matter of, are you going to look for another excuse, or are you actually going to have the courage to close this chapter? All right. If this was helpful, please like and comment, follow for more. If this is the first video that you found and you are on the fence, what is it that you're dealing with? I encourage you to watch the whole series. I hope it will help you to find clarity, because again, I always say this to you guys. It's not about, superiority, inferiority, this connection is better, they're all beautiful. It's just that you have to know what you're dealing with. Because I'm going to repeat this, if you watch me, I say this all the time. If you are on a karmic connection and you think it's a twin flame, you're trying to make a meringue with a spoon, you're going to get nowhere. This is why talk about these things. This is why I explain to you guys the differences between soul connections, soul ties, because if you're confusing, you're gonna be doing what you're not supposed to do, right? Because every connection comes with a specific lesson, with a specific mission, with a specific action, with a specific guidance. It's really helping us. Every connection is helping us to get closer to our highest, most aligned timeline. So if you are in a karmic connection, if you really accept that, if you process that, right? If you analyze and close this karmic connection, you will be able to grow and get closer to your highest, most aligned timeline. It will help you to understand yourself better. But if you are refusing to accept that, and you're just walking around, blobbing about that, oh, this is your twin flame, but it has none of the characteristics, you're just keeping yourself in denial. And you will not take advantage of this connection, that it was intended for you to help you. Universe sent this person to you to help you. This was your karmic contract with this person. All right. Again, I love you so incredibly much. I'll be back tomorrow with a final episode. And yeah, bye.